Well, the Trump administration sending Americans back to work. New food stamps rules having a job requirement for certain SNAP participants. This while Virginia, in the meantime, moves to remove work requirements to be eligible for Medicaid. But if people are able to work, shouldn't they? Joining me now to debate that is Kathy Aru and Marc Little. Thank you both for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Good morning.
So, Marc, let's just start with that question. If you can work, should you work?
Well, obviously, the response to that is yes. This is about the human condition. Public assistance, whether it's Medicaid or food stamps, should be a bridge and not a destination. There's no reason to have a broken spirit in America and be poor on the couch. Let's not forget the success of 1996 with the Contract for America. It restored the work ethic in America, and people fell off those roles precipitously. And there's nothing wrong with work. Work restores dignity, and that's what we are doing in our work at CURE across the nation.
Yeah,
Kathy, work restores dignity.
Kathy, I'll let you respond to that. You know, work restores dignity. That makes sense. People impacted by food stamps, this ruling, it could be 688,000 people expected to be impacted by those new food stamps rules. And we can bring that number up for everybody. And you respond.
Right. Well, there's a misconception that people that receive SNAP, which the food stamps program is called, that they're not working. There actually are a lot of people working that do receive assistance for food assistance. And they're afraid that along the line, more people will lose assistance, and it might affect children. It might actually affect 1 million children coming down the line. This is just one part of the proposal coming April 2020. So 36 million people do depend on food assistance in this country, and they do not necessarily want to. No one really is proud of being on food stamps. Some may abuse it, but actually people are working with SNAP.
And a lot of people working due in part to the president and the current economy. Marc, you know, the U.S. has added, and we can bring this number up as well, jobs added versus the unemployment rate, 128,000 versus a 3.6% unemployment rate.
The president is just doing an amazing job, and he's got this just right. The reality is we've got the best economy in 50 years. As you've just shown, we've got a 3.6 unemployment rate. The workforce participation rate is at 63.3%. Americans are back to work. Why shouldn't we want our people to work? That is what builds families. That's what builds communities, and that's what changes a nation when people are back to work. And I'm so excited about what he's doing. I'm glad that he's not shying away from impacting these folks. 97% the government covers able-bodied people sitting at home. The federal government covers 90%, 97% of that cost. Why not put those people back to work?
But in the meantime, speaking of able-bodied workers, this is happening in Virginia, where they're trying to pause work requirements for Medicaid. Ralph Northam saying this: Virginians made it clear they want more access to health care, not less. It's unlikely Virginia will move forward with funding a program that could cause tens of thousands of Virginians to lose health care coverage. So a little bit like what you were saying, Kathy, in terms of SNAP.
Right, but Virginia just flipped. So it just flipped to a Democratic state. So they're now run by Democrats, and the Republicans see it as welfare, while Democrats see this as assistance, helping people get health care, just a bridge to get there. And the sad part is, yes, people are working, but we do have millions of people that still don't have wages that can pay for food and can pay for health care. They're just not making enough money to make ends meet. It's paycheck to paycheck. People need the help.
Well, the Virginia unemployment rate, even lower at 2.6%. You get the final word here, Marc. In terms of wages, though, those have been going up as well.
Well, absolutely. And the Virginia economy doesn't suggest that we should be encouraging people to stay on the couch. And I want to make it very clear. What's happened in Virginia is a bait and switch. The Republicans there did not want to expand Medicare, and they compromised by putting in the work requirement, and now it's coming out. And when you compromise your principles, you end up getting rolled over. And so I'm hoping that the people in Virginia do get to work. The fact that It's being tied to their health care. I think with every free benefit, it's a social contract, and we should expect people to have a contribution.
All right. Well, Mark and Kathy, thank you so much for coming in and doing a little bit of work for us this morning. We appreciate it.